What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again for another BFR video. So at 7:30 p.m. on November 14th, the Hawks faced off against the Carolina Hurricanes at home for Game 15 of the season. Hossa was back in town. He was at the Bears game, and he was on the Hawks Talk prior to the game. Sharp is back in the broadcaster booth, so I'm not sure how that transition with him and Murray's going to be, if it's just going to be on and off like per month or so, or what's going on. In terms of the score, Hawks lose 3-0 to Carolina. They go to 6-6-3. It was pretty. I wrote 6-6-3 down before the game. I knew they weren't going to win. Shots were 31-27 for Carolina. Hits were 11-7 for Chicago. Not very physical. Faceoffs were 38-23 Chicago. Power play, Chicago goes 0 for 3. Carolina goes 0 for 4. I'm trying to remember. I feel like Carolina had more penalties than Chicago, so now I'm confused. Did I write that down? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I got that backwards. Chicago goes 0 for 4. Carolina goes 0 for 3. So Mrazek saves 29 out of 32. He had a good game. Kochenkov, fantastic. He was perfect. 27 for 27 for his first career shutout in his 5th career NHL game. And let's get right into the game. So in the first period at 15:43, it's a Carolina penalty to Burns for tripping, which would be killed. It was a good first minute, but a bad second minute power play. Domi and Radish were both denied, and a Taze stuff-it attempt was stopped. It was a fast start for both teams. Puck was bouncing everywhere. And then at 13:07, it's a Chicago penalty to Murphy for slashing, which would be killed. Carolina had some good opportunities. Then at 10:15, it's a Carolina goal by Martinook, and there was immediate reaction from all the Hawks on the ice that it looked like a high stick. It was a high stick, and after reviewing it, it was a high stick. However, the officials didn't call it a high stick. The Hawks didn't challenge for whatever reason, so it's a goal. And at 10:15, it's a Carolina deflection goal from Jordan Martinook, 4th of the season from Burns and Stahl to make it 1-0. That is Jordan Stahl. Sticks were flying out of people's hands. Natius had a shorthanded break that missed because at 8:31 it was a Carolina penalty to Kakaniemi for hooking, which would be killed. The first part of that power play was awful, and the second part looked good. Entwistle was taken down, and there was no call. Entwistle missed a net wide. Kane to Kurashev was denied, and at 3:11 it's a Carolina goal. It's a fantastic shot from Jordan Stahl, 4th of the season from Burns and Martinook to make it 2-0. So all 3 of those guys had 2 points on the night. And then to end off the period, Stepan and Nosen each had a post. We go to the second period where Svechnikov was denied. Kochenkov robs a Taze to Domi chance, while on 16:09 it was a Carolina penalty that was served by Svechnikov. It would be too many men, which would be killed. Nosen had a chance that was gloved by Mrazek. Athanasiou was tripped. There was no call. Caleb Jones, Lafferty, and Jack Johnson consecutively saved. Fantastic saves from Kochenkov. Reese Johnson had a shorthanded breakaway that was saved. Athanasiou was denied. Domi to Kurashev fell apart. Svechnikov was stopped again. And then at this point I wrote Kochenkov might be the second coming of Dominik Hasek, because the saves he was making reminded me of Hasek. Spread out, sprawled eagle, flying everywhere, stick out of his hand, moving everywhere, diving, literally everything that Hasek did. Domi hit the post, then at 5:53, it's a Carolina goal to Andrei Svechnikov, 12th of the year from Foss, to make it 3-0. It was a horrible turnover. It was a horrible bounce, horrible turnover. Caleb Jones is behind the net. He tries to pass it. Foss just bats it down with a stick. Great hand-eye coordination from him. Goes right to Svechnikov, who just buries it past Mrazek. Then at 4:15, it's a Carolina penalty to Chatfield for hooking, which would be killed. Kara was denied. Kane to Domi to Radish bounced away. And at 1:19, it's a Chicago penalty to Murphy for hooking, which would be killed. Athanasiou's stick launches into Pesci's face. Tenorti had a good clear. And we go to the third, where Carolina started with 41 seconds on the power play. Caleb Jones made a good defensive play. Kochenkov with some more great saves. Entwistle to Lafferty was denied. Kachuk was wide twice. Kochenkov covers up a scramble. Natius had a post, and that was the game. There really wasn't too many events. It was the first period went by very fast. The second period, first 10 minutes went by really fast, and the rest of the game was just a snooze fest. That's all I really have to describe it, but that's really all I have for you guys today. Not much change in the standings, as we're not going to be seeing as much now. No movement in the Central or the Pacific or the Atlantic or the Metropolitan, as a matter of fact. There was no movement whatsoever. So thank you guys so much for watching. And games, I plan to have a video out tomorrow. There is one that I just wanted to do, and I'll see if I get to if I can get that around tomorrow. I do have work, so hope to. But thank you guys so much for watching. The next game will be on Wednesday, I believe, against St. Louis at home. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.